great Odin's raven. No!
You're very impressed with yourself, aren't you?
No!
Oh, right! To call you stupid would be an insult to stupid people!
No!
People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it.
No!
Stupid boy.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
No!
But before we get to our college football highlights, it's time for our annual segment, the Duds of the Week. And Mike Ritz, I'll let you take this one first, because mine segues pretty easily into our next topic. So, Ritz, you take it away.
All right. Well, unfortunately, my dud of the week is a fellow New York Giant, and it is Odell Beckham Jr., the Giants' first-round draft pick, 12th overall. Had a lot of kind of buzz going in when the Giants picked him up, and it was announced this week that he could miss up to 3 weeks of the regular season, and that's unfortunate because this guy was supposed to be and create instant offense for us. He missed the June minicamp with a hamstring injury. He comes back, returns to practice on a limited basis a couple weeks later. He aggravates it again. He hasn't practiced since August 18th. And now I'm worried because not only is he out, but now it's who's going to play. Obviously, we have Victor Cruz. We have Ruben Randall, who is good in the red zone, but he lacks. I really think he lacks when he's outside the red zone. And then who's going to be our third receiver? That's one thing. Right now, our outside wide receiver spot's probably going to be Jarrell Jernigan, which, I mean, because it's kind of, it has to be him because who else would it be? It can't be the undrafted rookie that we got, Corey Washington, and then this other guy, Preston Parker, who didn't even play a snap last year.
Yeah,
he was on the Saints practice team last year. So Odell Beckham Jr. needs to get healthy. I guess you really can't blame him for getting hurt, but this is definitely not the start that the Giants saw Odell Beckham Jr. having when we drafted him. So that's my third of the week. It says he can miss up to 3 weeks. So that's my thing. He's going to try to come back week 4. He didn't even play a single game in the preseason. And he still has to get used to this brand new offense that unfortunately nobody on the Giants starting offensive team looks like they got used to the offense yet. So even if he's healthy going into week 4, who says he's going to get the counts right? Who says he's going to get know any of the plays when he's healthy? So it's really just a tough situation for him. So Odell Beckham Jr. is my dud of the week.
That's a good one. And just to summarize that, Odell Beckham Jr. quote from Dan Graziano article on ESPN.com, I just keep re-aggravating it in terms of his injury. Right now, I'm just going to take it day by day. I don't set any limits for myself. So we'll see what happens. I think for your sake, we need him to help that Giant offense, which has looked fairly unimpressive in the preseason. And they go up against the Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football Week 1. So that anemic offense will be on the spotlight for all national audiences to see in the opening week of the NFL.
Great.
So moving on, my dud of the week is Steve Spurrier, head coach for the South Carolina Gamecocks. And I guess you could kind of say it's just a Gamecocks team overall. This is a perfect segue into our next topic, which is going to be our impressions from the first weekend of college football, our 3 big games. And our first big game is the Texas A&M thrashing of South Carolina. The Aggies defeated the Gamecocks 52-28 in South Carolina. The Gamecocks allowed the most passing yards ever in a game under Steve Spurrier. And Spurrier, after the game, was quoted, "This team was just so much better than us, it wasn't funny. They outcoached us, outplayed us, and they were better prepared, and they know what they were doing." And this just boggles my mind. Some of these stats that ESPN Stats and Info, a great Twitter follow. Me and Mike both agree on that.
Without a doubt.
Great Twitter follow. They have, before the game, under Spurrier, the Gamecocks allowed only 7.1 points per game in the first game of season openers. So at 7.1 points per game in the first half of season openers under Steve Spurrier. They allowed 31 points in the first half against Texas A&M. That's how you know your defense is not working. And then another stat, only 3 teams have ever scored more points against Steve Spurrier. All 3 of those teams went on to win the national title. So that speaks very well for Texas A&M, but it speaks very bad for South Carolina. they dropped a ton in my personal top 25 college rankings, which are going out on my blog later. Actually, no, they went out today. But I think they're going to drop massively in the national rankings. I think they'll be around 20, 21, 22, 23. I think they're going to drop pretty heavily there. And that just boggles my mind how outplayed they were that opening week. Credit goes to Kevin Sumlin for being an offensive guru, but also my start of the week is Steve Spurrier, the head coach of the Gamecocks, because his team came out flat and they could do nothing right, and they could not stop Texas A&M if their life depended on it.
Stats on stats on stats from John Stanko for his dud of the week.